You mentioned a bracket like this, Bonchan and Xian, the next two players in this bracket. And if Xian goes down here, we will have a top 4 with all Japanese players.
Man, look, first off, that means things are tense. Xian, no stranger to pressure. He's been in these situations before, Evo champion. He's had all these accolades in front of him. However, once again, we talk about where Street Fighter V is coming, where it is right now. This can go either way at this point. Bonchan, one of those people who has multiple characters at his disposal, and Xian only has one. What if he chooses to counterpick him and he feels like one is a better situation for him? Is Xian going to switch? No, he's going to stick.
You never know with Xian. Like, maybe he's got something up his sleeve, but yeah, that's what we expect is only
True.
the Ibuki, right?
That is definitely true.
For Bonchan, I'm curious what character he chooses to play against Ibuki. I feel like even though sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, in this matchup, I like this character. Sometimes, like, against this player, I like picking something else. So I'm curious to see whether he tries Karin this time, right? He stuck with Nash the whole way up against Gotcha-kun, so...
Well, this is the loser side, so he has to make something count right now. This is to see who's going to go home. And, of course, you see him right there on your screen. Razor's very own Xian. He's going to be going up against Red Bull Bonchan. Oh, man. Bonchan, we talk about people being consistent. Like, Bonchan, one of those guys, I feel like you see him everywhere throughout the year. Whether it's, you know, abroad, whether it's in the United States, whether it's in a little small tournament you didn't think you would see. When we went to Japan for Master Cup, he was there at Red Bull Games Period, just like, hey, what's up, doing an interview.
Yeah.
And like, those are the things that I know that make Bonchan one of those players that you always have to look out for. He's always trying to go up, get that extra skill to go further in any bracket. But Xian, like you said, one of the greatest minds out there when it comes to Street Fighter V, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, Bonchan had like that, you know, Bonchan's field trip. He was going around Japan playing Street Fighter all over the place. You know, it's not like he's unfamiliar with different styles and different regions and stuff. And you bring up Xian, he is very good at strategy, right? He's probably the best strategist currently when it comes to Street Fighter. So good at finding solutions and finding answers to things in his lonesome, right? He doesn't need, like, you know, 50 players to practice a matchup with. He doesn't need to sit there and grind against X character all day. He's really good at finding solutions, regardless of whether, you know, there's another opponent or not. And that alone makes him, like, a different style than everybody else you'll run into.
Always going to the lab. I respect it. And I'm pretty sure Bonchan does too. But here we go. Going with the Karin pick versus Ibuki. And I wonder why. I'm curious.
Yeah, maybe he favors just that extra firepower on the ground, right? You know, Nash, he has fireballs and stuff like that, but he doesn't have the ability to kind of, like, play this slow ground game that he's really good at. And that's what we're going to see up against Xian here. But Xian, he's going to utilize that V skill to stay out of the way of Karin's normals, right? Yeah, just like that, using it in the block strings to get out of stuff.
Just the crush counter early. You see Xian turning on that offense. Gets clipped by those hard kicks and already in the corner. You see Bonchan playing that back and forth game. Still has trigger available. There's the activation. The counter. Okay. Gets a back throw. Better positioning. Just walking up.
Yeah, and you got to be careful about staggering your pressure like this, because that's when Xian's just going to go for the V skill.
Okay, nice patience. Blocks. Forward throw. The slow approach is definitely working out for Bonchan. Life just about even. There's activation on the trigger. We're going to see a command dash. No, stays on the same side. Defense looking really strong. Bonchan holding his ground, recovering back that gray life as well, and working on a CA.
Yeah, just the patience from Bonchan. There's that V skill. Oh my.
Wow.
Xian did nothing. Oh, the hit confirm, and he built it on the last bit of the shoulder. Always.
Always. The laugh. So honest. All right, here we go.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this matchup, right? You see, like, Xian's constantly trying to use that V-skill to get out of the way of stuff, because if you just fight the normal ground game against a character like Karin, it's very difficult. That crouching medium kick goes so far.
Dash up once again. Bonchan using his trigger too. Definitely helping him out. Takes that first round pretty confidently, spins that meter really close to stun. There it is. Game number 1 looks signed, sealed for my boy Bonchan, and he's going to stamp that bad boy with a perfect on top of it.
Look, really, really convincing, and I love he walked up, delay, and Xian tried to wake up with the V-skill to get out of there. Not going to work. So he's got to make an adjustment about his defensive timing and, like, kind of where he's walking back on the screen. Back to character select.
Takes some time to think about it. And it seemed like Bonchan looked like he knew exactly where to go and what to do in that matchup.
Yeah, he was really, really comfortable. I mean, there's a lot of strong Ibuki players in Japan, right? Fujimura included. So obviously very experienced in the matchup. He knows how to deal with a lot of the shenanigans that the character has. She's extremely strong when she's on offense, but he just kind of walked Xian down. Walked into Ibuki.
All right, here we go. Just taking that time, taking the breather to think.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the adjustment's going to be from Xian. Maybe air approach a little bit more, maybe kind of less V skill and more like try split kicks or other moves to go over the crouching medium kick.
Definitely been keeping him locked down in a lot of those situations. All right, here we go. Bonchan taking that game number 1 quite confident. And already inching back in this place. Nice standing hard kick.
Yeah, the V skill. Beats that standing heavy punch of Bonchan tried after.
This time V skill once again. Answers back one of his own, gets the crush, raises in control right now. Life lead as well. And once again, he is doing really well at blocking those overheads.
Yeah, looking for that crush counter on the heavy kick. Bonchan does not have critical arc. Counter poke. All right, mix up in the corner here. He's got to guess.
Oh, same side. Great block. There's the activation skill trigger too. Dash up, another crush counter, gets the side switch. Spins a little meter on top of it, and look at the stun bar. Overhead.
Nice block. Shuriken comes out. Command dash in the front with the kunai Xian.
Those are the situations that Ibuki lives for. She wants those tight situations where a life and death is you blocking wrong.
That makes us messed up.
That's
Standing
so
heavy
cheap.
punch punish.
Just backing up, giving him a little room. Don't want to overcommit. Jump in, gets the standing medium kick.
Nice here on the jump. Yeah, that reversal button. We've seen Xian kind of that counter jab so much today.
It's got him some ground though. It's definitely worked out for him. Got him that last set.
Tried it again there. V-trigger available for Xian.
Activate. Oh, wow. Just walking him down that crouching medium punch. Uses a little meter to get in. That's going to be stunned, and it should be the round if all things play out correctly. Once again, Bonchan keeping it close. Round for round here in game 2.
Yeah, and he keeps finding low forward hit confirm and low forward whip punish over and over and over. It makes it like Xian's like, what am I supposed to do? Anytime I stick out a button, he just finds some kind of whip punish. It makes it feel really scary for Ibuki to poke on the ground. Even though Ibuki's such an excellent character, you know, those are kind of the moments where the player piloting Karin just makes you feel bad about trying to press a button.
Oh, yeah. Nice wake up. EX. Moving really good for Xian right now. Just trying to find a way in.
That reversal V skill. So good at pulling Ibuki back, getting her out of those situations.
Bonchan just taking his time. Oh. Okay. Nice reversal with the EX there. Trigger still available on both sides though.
For the V skill. Gotta watch the heavy kick activate. Yeah, right there.
Take it though. There's the V reversal.
Uh-oh, this is big.
Wow, this is really big. Wrong guess here. Can spell the round. Nice reversal.
Activates. Try to find a frame trap.
Jump in, no block on the overhead this time. Xian takes game number 2. Man, I thought Bonchan was going to block every overhead.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the one time he kind of cracked on defense. I was surprised that he had an uppercut even earlier, and he dashed up trying to find something, but Xian, he somehow finds a way to always be unpredictable about his defensive options, like whether he's going to uppercut or reverse the button.
Yeah, really good at cycling between them, too.
Yeah. All right, that stand light kick buffer.
Oh, nice crouching medium punch.
Yeah, wakes up crouching medium punch over the heavy kick.
Ooh, activate. Standing hard kick goes right into trigger.
Yeah, whip punish. He was just waiting for that V skill.
Oh, what a tech.
All right, side switch.
Oh, wow. What a block by Bonchan. Wow.
The double side switch, he's like, yeah, no problem.
Skill. Oh, answers back with the crouch jab. Back throw. Oh, the back dash worked out.
The kunai release. Oh, didn't get the rider, and now no kunai left for Xian. If he tries to reload overhead, the punish from Xian. Bonchan got so greedy.
Why would you think he wasn't ready yet?
Yeah, the dash up overhead. Xian with the punish. You know, Ibuki light kick 3 frames, so really good in situations like that. Light kick DP. Standing medium punch buffer.
Nice. Just a V skill, nice push to the corner as well. Once again, man, Bonchan in full control, spinning some meter. Stun is becoming a factor. Xian already spins that trigger too.
Yeah, Good block from Bonchan. Knows that it's going to be a cross-up, right, because you want to get out of the corner there. I think that's a pretty safe read to make.
Throw. Taking his time. Bonchan, that is. Oh, finally finds an opening. Xian gets the side switch in the corner. Look at that stun bar. There it is.
Reloads the kunai. Barely makes it in time for the combo. Full resources available for Bonchan, though. The counter with the medium punch. 2 bars. That's gonna do it. Saves one for later. Bonchan, and man, you said it already. The seesaw back and forth.
Back and forth, man.
Oh, don't you start humming here
I'm
too,
sorry,
Steve.
I'm sorry. Go forward.
That
oh, the crush counter.
This is big now. The juggle doesn't have any XTP after anything. Uh-oh, throws the dizzy, but he just wakes up.
This dude, Xian, finds the confirm from the low forward.
The mix-up again. Dash under. Bonchan with the block. Counter pokes.
Taking his time. Bonchan.
Wow. Got him again, and how many times does he bring out that counter hit with the crouching jab? Bonchan goes up 2-1.
This match could spell the end right here. He just seems like he's cutting Xian off at every turn. Tries to do the dash through. He checks it with a jab. Not letting him get those jump ins on air to air. And he's also just reacting to a lot of these situations where he's trying to place crouching medium punch in. And Bonchan's like, no, I'm not going to let you do that.
Yeah, those are just the moments where like he's trying to get anything started, and Bonchan's not having it. He's doing a good job mixing up between the uppercuts, the buttons, you know. Those are one of those moments where, like, as a player, you just start to guess your own offense. You're like, is he going to wake up with the, you know, and he just wakes up crouching medium kick, and you're like, oh, man.
Both of these guys waking up with buttons a few times. I'm kind of flabbergasted myself. Get to
whip punish.
What? Okay. Whip punish with the stand light kick. EX kunai to try to get in. Blocks the V reversal. This is good positioning. No punish. Still gets the target. Ends with the rider.
And Xian's all over him in this round. Backdash, kind of reset the space there. Look for the kunai. Bonchan wants that activation. Finds a low forward hit confirm. He is so good about hit confirming that every time.
There's a back throw. Just wakes up. Hits him with the trigger too. Stays on the same side. Tries to go for the empty jump low. There's a check from Bonchan. Spins 1 bar. Look at the stun meter.
Oh my. Wow. He wakes up with it.
That is working out so well.
We're in Vegas. Sometimes you got to gamble.
Got to bet it. Spin that cash, as my boy Yikes would say.
Down, medium punch. This is a big start. Doesn't respect the wake-up uppercut. Dashes up after.
Xian needs this round if he wants to stay alive. Another whip punish on the sweep, but this time with the crouching medium punch. Gets the side switch as well. Spins all the kunai. Stun becoming a factor. Once again, another check by Bonchan. Gets the
medium punch. Got the counter hit. Looking for the frame trap. Goes for the overhead after. Uh-oh, he's got him with this. The rider.
Another one. That's going to be the round and the match. The set is tied 2-2. Back and forth. Once again, we're going to another final match.
Just like that. Ties it up so quick, and Xian just forced the issue. Walked them down, found that offense, and he was whip punishing all the counter pokes that Bonchan tried to use to get out of there.
Yes, AJ, you're right. He did.
That was pretty good.
2 times. I was in the corner. I didn't think he was going to do that. Starting it off. Kind of slow. There's the back throw. Set tied 2-2. Loser's side. You lose, you go home.
And that whiff heavy kick. It recovers so fast. Uh-oh. Bonchan getting a little antsy on defense. Crouching medium punch. Goes under the heavy kick.
Backing up a little bit. Giving himself some room to breathe. There's the activation.
The reversal. Yeah, jump back to avoid it.
He dashed forward first and then hop back. Still finds a hit. He needs to be careful. Text to throw.
Xian's already almost on another V-trigger, though. They seem to be close. And the V-skill probably build it.
Needs to be careful. Has plenty of meter on the side of Bonchan. Oh, wow. Caught you reaching. I'm teaching.
Walked in and out of that range. The one time right Xian slipped up. Goes for that tech. Now set point to Bonchan. The low forward hit confirm.
Gets the V-skill for the knockdown in the corner. Oh, Super Mario World, I'm out.
Flies out of there, but hits the jab. And you see the delay. He was respecting the DP, and there it is.
First one. Once again. Bonchan's defense versus this V-trigger 2 from Ibuki has been stellar. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy how few times he's been opened up by the mix-up. The whip punish.
Ah, okay. Oh, baby.
And this is big. Knockdown in the corner. Does he do it again? No, he goes low this time. Xian with the dizzy. Final round between these two.
Once again, the battle.
Xian versus Bonchan here. Both of them with some resources to work with. Misses the kunai. Tries to respect the DP. The back throw from Bonchan.
Playing it really safe. You see a lot of ducking on the side of my boy Xian. He does not want to get that knockdown, does not want to get pushed to the corner. Oh, 80 seconds. Still early in this match, but the pace is super slow.
Has the punish with that standing heavy punch. Big knockdown for Xian. And there's the V reversal. Yeah, 2-bar V-trigger. You can afford to spend that. Xian, though, almost on V-trigger himself. Yeah, using that V-skill to build a bit more of the gauge. This is big.
Dash up once again, blocks the V reversal this time.
Punish. This is big. Bonchan in big trouble.
I like the backup from Xian.
Yeah, doesn't want to overcommit, but he might just have that crouching medium kick. Back throw.
He has a lot of meter right now.
He's almost in kill range. He doesn't have very many kunai. Throws second to last kunai gone. Throws the shuriken. Neutral jump. Other side.
It finally works. Xian takes it over Bonchan. Bonchan is going home, ladies and gentlemen. Xian will be moving on. What a set.
That command dash was so beautiful. It was the last second. Nobody expecting that cross up. This guy, Xian.
That's like the only time it worked. Guys, make some noise for Bonchan, man. He's going to be going home. But what a showing this year. What a showing at Capcom Cup. Bonchan, still one of the best out there, man. Still one of the best doing.
Impressive performance, of course, from Xian. Moving on in the bracket, the only non-Japanese player in top 4.
Man.
Singapore's finest, of course, representing. That's good to see here. We had a lot of, I mean, this tournament was just crazy. We had so many different players from all kinds of different regions. It's really awesome to see kind of a player like Xian make it far in the bracket. Former EVO champion, obviously. He's an extremely good player.
Yeah, we already talked about how effective he is when it comes to these tense situations, when it comes to who's going to be the better player, who's going to have that tech. He's the guy who goes in the lab, figures it out, and that's why it works out. Because situations like this, when you're playing against the best in the world, that's the only thing you got, man. You got your tech and you.